So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm gonna do my full draft breakdowns tomorrow because it's really late. I kind of want to go to bed. Um, and I really just don't want to go to bed before talking about this. The Indiana Fever just drafted a player who averaged 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for their college career. I get it. I get it. I actually get it. In a vacuum, I don't think Raven Johnson as a 10th pick is that bad. But that is in a vacuum. It doesn't take into account that the Indiana Fever have probably spent $700K on Ty Harris. That is probably I would say between 6 and $700K is what the Indiana Fever probably spent on Ty Harris, who plays the exact same position as Raven Johnson, and both of which play the exact same position as both of which play the exact same position as Caitlin Clark, their best player on their team. I've said this, and I actually mean this when I say this. It feels to me like the Indiana Fever are making every single move based on winning without Caitlin Clark. We said it last year as well. Like, there are an awful lot of moves that the Fever are making that seem to be how our team can function when Caitlin Clark isn't on the floor. And what if Caitlin Clark gets injured? What type of players do we need if Caitlin Clark gets injured to win? Like, it just reminds me of that. Because I'm like, I don't mind a Justine Pissot pick. I really don't mind that one. But I'm like, you could have found a way, especially if anyone was trying to trade it for Flau'jae, found a way to trade with Seattle, to give Seattle that number 10 pick, trade in to that number 16 pick and get Flau'jae. You could have taken Gianna Neepkins as a shooter. You could have taken the best player available at that time in Nell Angeloma. But this organization was fully convinced that they're shocked. They thought Raven was someone going to go 4 or 5. They are the only organization. Is the only organization dumb enough to think Raven Johnson is a top 5 pick? I mean that. And like, I don't hate Raven Johnson. And people are like, "Oh, you're really like slandering Raven." I'm like, not really, not really. There is that's exactly it. There's a WNBA GM that thought Raven Johnson was going to be a top 5 pick. Like, that sums it up. Like, Raven Johnson cannot score. I think she's a good role player. It is the biggest I said the fact that at the front office thought she was going number 4 shows how unserious they are. They are so damn unserious. And then later on, Amber Cox is talking about it, saying, "Oh, one of the reasons why we drafted her is because she played for Dawn Staley." It's actually like point guards playing for. If you play for a point guard like Dawn Staley, you're going to be really good at. Basically, if you're a point guard that plays for Dawn Staley, it's going to be a great point guard. Yeah, the last point guard that the Indiana Fever drafted from Dawn Staley was the starting point guard from the 2022 championship winning team of South Carolina in Destiny Henderson. The Indiana Fever cut her after her rookie year. The Indiana Fever have drafted a championship winning point guard from South Carolina. Like, the Fever also, I'm just going to tweet out, the Fever also drafted the last South Carolina PG to win a national championship before Raven. She got cut after her rookie season. Like, it is like this pick makes no sense. And I don't even hate, like, if Raven Johnson went 9, I wouldn't hate it for Washington. If Raven Johnson went 11, I wouldn't hate it. But this complete misevaluation of a one-dimensional defender. Like, a complete misevaluation of a one-dimensional defender. They completely it's not about even taking Raven Johnson 10. It is about completely misevaluating her as a prospect. Because again, if you do take her 10, like, so be it. So be it. But like some of these things where I'm like some of these quotes, Stephanie White being like, yeah, it's going to be able to get Caitlin off the ball more. I'm like, can we stop with this shit? You've already got Ty Harris for that. We don't need 17 other point guards in the squad so we can play Caitlin off the ball. So, Caitlin's going to play off the ball. But, like, is Caitlin going to play small forward? Because how many minutes is Kelsey Mitchell going to play? It's like, oh, we need more guards so we can get Kelsey Mitchell a rest. Is Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Caitlin Clark, Ty Harris not enough? Like, is that not enough? And realistically, it should be. And am I forgetting anybody? And by the way, they still have roster spots. They got like 8 players in their team. Or 9 players in their team. They got like 9 players on their team. So they could easily get in another free agent guard. They could easily try getting Elena Buenavida or something. There are so many players that could absolutely be another guard in free agency. But they need another guard to take the ball out of Caitlin's hands. Like, I don't even hate Raven Johnson, what she brings. But they signed Ty Harris yesterday. What was the point? Like, what was the point? Are you planning on trading? Are you planning on just trading Ty, or are you going to bench Ty? Or are you going to bench Raven? Like, I don't know what they're planning on doing. I actually don't know what they're planning on doing. Because in isolation, Raven Johnson's not a terrible pick. This is a front office that has no idea what they're doing. Because, I'm sorry, like, I don't hate Maisha Hines-Allen. I don't get it. I get Monique Billings. I got Ty Harris until, randomly, they go and draft Raven Johnson. Now, I don't get why they took Ty Harris. I have no idea. I have no idea why they took Ty Harris. Why they spent money on her, why they're giving Mo Billings $800K a year for 2 years. I'm sorry, give her a fucking 1-year deal, and there's going to be a lot of free agents next year. I don't understand people giving power forwards 2-year deals. Like, the amount of power forwards that are coming off reserve contracts next year, and they're going to be way cheaper than Mo Billings and way better than Mo Billings. You can get some of these players. Like, I don't understand it. All around, I do not understand what the Indiana Fever are doing. Justine Pissot, cool. I like a second round pick. And then in the third round, why do you not take either Yarden Garzone to battle it out with Pissot for that last roster spot, or Hannah Stokey to battle it out with KK Timpson? And Stokey's better than KK Timpson. Stokey to battle it out with KK. But no, you draft a 5-foot fucking nothing point guard who's never going to make the roster. Like, it's just unserious. And you're not at least just taking a stash or something. Because you're not just taking a stash. Like, the Indiana Fever, including training camp players, have brought in today, they have brought in 6 players, including training camp players. I'm going to say Maisha Hines-Allen was yesterday, because we knew about it yesterday. The Indiana Fever today have brought in 5 players. Guess how many of which have been 5'10" and under point guards? 4. Today, 80% of players that the Fever brought in today are sub 5'10" point guards on a team who already was small. Like, this is absolute. The only thing I can say with this is absolute nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. This is a front office that has no idea what they're doing. This is a front office that has no ability to future plan. They're not trying to build a team around Caitlin. They're not trying to build a team around Leah. They're not trying to build a team around Kelsey Mitchell. They are trying to build a team like it's 2K. They're trying to build a team like this is the 1980s when, we need a bunch of dogs. We need to play slower. They are literally building a team like you went back in a time machine 20 years ago in basketball, while the rest of the league, the good teams, are building modern basketball teams. The Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream on paper are the same team, minus Angel Reese. Basically, the same equivalent team that were like 6 games below 500 in 2024. Do you want to know what the difference is? They brought in a modern basketball coach. The Indiana Fever are... I actually don't even know if their roster is going to be that much better than the 2024 roster. That's the scary thing about this. I don't know if it's that much better. That's bad.